Hello, I'm Cody, and welcome to Session 5 of this Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire turn-based Triple Crown attempt. Last time we started exploring the archipelago, we recruited a Zorip shaman onto our crew and named an island that we found her on after her. Killed a couple of drakes, including one that had a name, though I don't remember what it was, Pahauki or something like that. And then we fought off a pirate who boarded us. And now we shall be heading, I believe, in the general direction of Nekataka, though we might explore more on the way if we bump into it. Could check out that Tahe, but want to make a little bit of forward progress. Oh, looks like there it is. A lethargic, misshapen bird drops a damp missive onto the deck. Try the Critter Cleaver. Chuche, Captain of the Defiant. I know what you're thinking. I have too many lovable cats, dogs, pigs, birds, and pigs. Like you, I once thought I could take in stray pets, care for their needs, and shower each with equal affection. But we limited beings have only so much love to spread around. Unpleasant, unfair, unfortunate. That's why I took it upon myself to optimize affection and curtail my creature care. I bring you the Critter Cleaver. The Cleaver is a handy, ethics-free apparatus yanked from a genuine Engwithan dig site and restored to glorious functionality. Simply slide your favorite feline down one end and let the Cleaver do its charm. The best is yet to come, see. The Cleaver remembers. Stick a white bird in there, it remembers. Purple pig, it remembers. It even remembers your pet's strengths, weaknesses, and favorite places to poop. Now, your furry friend isn't just going to slide out of the Cleaver's business end the same as it went inside. No, they come out different, better, sometimes. That's where it gets fun, combinations. Want a bird to think like a pig? Want a cat to look like a different, better cat? The Cleaver provides. You'd be doing me a favor of epic proportions if you gave the Critter Cleaver a whirl. Once folks see you using it, everyone will want to turn. I've moved it to a far wall of the dark cupboard, which is at Periki's Overlook in Nekataka. You can find the Cleaver just due west of the Wooden Fella. A friend and fellow animal lover. P.S. I fixed the insert receptacle so that it no longer accepts Orlans and gave it a good scrubbing. You are welcome. Right. I do remember futzing with that some years back and being disappointed. I had thought, when I heard of it, that it would allow you to separate the stat bonus from the party-wide effect, but all it does is allows you to apply both bonuses to a different visual thing, so I doubt I will bother to interact with it at all. Unless, of course, I'm just misremembering, which is also possible. As you walk down the dock, your approach is noted by a cadre of heavily armored Almaua. Their leader briskly leads them to intercept you. Though the harbor master says nothing as she surveys you, you note a telltale sneer and a twitch of revulsion that are all too familiar.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
The Almaua cranes her thin neck to look along the hull of your ship. Her expression conveys equal proportions incredulity and pity.
Why do we gotta be farmers just 'cause we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers too.
As her attention returns to you, the Almaua's mood becomes more formal.
I'm the harbor master, Kauha. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka.
Kind of like that option, but it's not really Chie. Barath has tasked me with finding Aethys. He's walking across the Deadfire looking for Luminous Adra. The Harbor Master and the women and men with her look to each other in shock and amusement.
Is that so? Well, Andra told me to protect the harbor, and Wodika herself signed the order. They would have had Gallowayne do it, but he was sick this morning.
The assembled guards roar with laughter and clap the Harbor Master on the back for her joke. Deep within you, you feel an uncomfortable roiling. You can't be certain if the sensation is physical or spiritual, but it immediately induces nausea and fills your ears with the sound of blood rushing through your head. Cutting through the din, you hear a familiar woman's voice speak. Each word comes slowly, falling with what sounds like the chiming of a small bell.
Show them. Show them what you are.
Well, that's asinine. I feel like I could talk my way through this without needing a god to intervene. Yeah, to Barath, shut up.
What? Look, I've heard enough. If you value your life, get back on your ship and head for open sea.
The Harbor Master gestures towards your boat. The women and men behind her nod and murmur in agreement. The nausea continues to build inside you, blood pounding against your skull. Again the woman's voice. Again the chimes.
I will help you.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
A roar in your head begins to abate. The ringing of the chime becomes clearer, rhythmic. 2 successive peals followed by a brief respite. You realize the chime is ringing in tandem with your heartbeat. You open your eyes. The Harbor Master is gesturing wildly, presumably to get your attention, and yelling in your face. But you hear no words, only the ringing of the chime as your heart rate slows and slows and slows and slows.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it! I think I got a ghost up my nose there. That's better.
Oh, that felt unnecessary. You like psychic backlash? Sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Pelagina.
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
Hey, I know those feathers. Pelagina.
It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Shoti's eyes flick back and forth between you and Pelagina. She bites at her bottom lip, but says no more.
Know this last Cap? Oh, weren't aware you favoured feathers.
Why does everyone just assume because I know her that we're romantically involved? Pelagina's mouth hangs open in shock. Though her hair and feathers have the same immaculate grooming as when you last saw her, her breastplate's 5 suns have been carefully scratched off. She looks down at the armor and back up to you with a pained glance.
I am sure that even at Cadnois, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics.
I do remember the ending slide said things basically didn't work out well for her, but I don't remember the specifics of it other than being utterly unsurprised. The Dukes do not seem to have any respect for her whatsoever. I did. I'm sorry things didn't work out for you. She glances away and gives an appreciative nod. You can see the muscles in her jaw clenching as the seconds pass.
The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference.
Are you working for the Valiant Trading Company now? A pathetic laugh escapes her lips. She turns her gaze down, shaking her head.
No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. At least I can be among my people, even if they look down on me.
I'm sorry to hear that. I could use your help, though. I'm hunting down Aethys. Her eyebrows arch, the membranes of her eyes lighting out and back as the weight of your words hits her.
I suppose I should not be surprised, considering all we went through. But no, I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's reasonable. Farewell, Pelagina.
Corres, Watcher.
A mixture of sadness and anger flashes across her face. It is quickly replaced by her familiar, calm expression. She nods once, and then turns to go.
Smooth, Cap. Like barnacles.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss.
The tailor eyeballs your shoulder width, doing some mental calculations.
Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Right, Steeled in Darkness. During nighttime, this aura grants all nearby allies, excluding the wearer, a bonus to stealth and resolve. Not bad. Stealth is occasionally useful. Cloak of Deflection. Cheap enough I'm going to buy straight away. I'm definitely going to want that for somebody. Don't think we all have cloaks yet. Yeah. A few of us do, but not everyone. What's yours? Greater Cloak of Protection. And arrows into Greater Deflection. Yeah, okay, this will get to Edar then.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch, ripped straight from the hands of the salty wench.
The fishmonger lets out an accomplished sigh. Alright, let me
You'll
see what you got.
find no fresher. Have a look.
Yeah, don't want to throw out any of foodstuffs right now. Oh, a neglected dog. I got 11. Plus 1 intellect, and our pet party-wide effect is your party moves more quickly in combat. 10% stride. What was this one? Plus 5% healing done. And con. And Gosha. Perception and crits to hits on received attacks, presumably. Kind of like the idea of getting an extra 1 int, although I don't like the idea of giving up 1 con. That's only 5 health, sure. That was, yeah. Plus to stride and int. Even higher int. 24, sitting up to 29 when I get the buff from Goti. Not bad.
Dora must think I work for free.
God, the game is not running well in Nekataka. It's, tell you, I might turn on the frame rate before next session just to see. I'm curious.
Had it. Damn your eyes.
The Sunscar dwarf gingerly picks at a splinter in his thumb, muttering.
Hazard of the work, really.
He gives up with a frustrated grunt, shaking his hand.
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Zamar bares his teeth and grinds them hard enough to sound over the noise of the dock. Having trouble with a client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower.
Zamar pulls at the end of his beard and winces.
While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal.
Zamar winces and tugs harder on his beard, as if in self-administered punishment. Oh no, it is it. Alright. Strange sentence.
If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
What kind of deal are these pirates offering?
One where I mend Principe ships and no others.
Zamar pulls his hair back from his face with both hands, but it only returns to its tangled configuration.
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in.
What? I don't seem to be able to offer to help with the pirates, only with the Captain Redora, who, as far as I understand it, is a different issue. I'd be more inclined to help with the pirates to start with, at least, but alright, I don't know what it means by hunt down. I don't intend to just find and execute this person, but I also don't immediately want to buy Redora's commission either. I don't think this one means hunt down as in bounty hunt, but if it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down this Redora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Zamar untangles his hand from his beard to link his thumb and forefinger with a wank.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Zamar spits towards the dock. Zamar spits towards the dock pilings and glances back and... Oh my god, I cannot read today. Zamar spits towards the dock pilings and glances back at the work still to be done. I mean, mostly because my brain wanted to interpret pilings in a different way and just kept throwing off the cadence of my thoughts. Alright, let me see your goods.
Come take a look.
He steps aside to show you the contents of his crates. Okay, so you can buy whole new boats here. Is it easy to compare to my current one? Not that I can afford any anyways. Well, lots of stuff. I guess I'll take a closer look when I'm not broke.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
The armorer presents you with a friendly smile. Here, let me see what you got.
Lots to see. Take your time.
Heaven's Cacophony. +2 int, +1 religion. Shout of Hosts. Cone attack. Doing once per rest, yeah. And once per rest, some sort of storm attack. Yeah. Plus 1 might, 15% to perform knockdown attack against target with critical hits in melee. Oh, that's interesting. Just 15%. And once per rest, cone attack that sends targets flying backwards. I mean, why is it always once per rest? I will never use that stuff. Well, I will rarely use that stuff. Kind of like those gloves. Can't afford them, so it doesn't matter, but it's interesting. Protagonist crits fairly often with her high perception, so having her just have a small chance of knocking down could be decent.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
I mean, this selection, your selection is fine, but I'm looking for even better equipment. Seems so rude. I don't want to take it, even though, like, presumably it would lead me to other merchants. I'm sure I'll wander into them. I doubt she has
Keeping an eye out.
advice on, like, a hidden merchant. What on earth is this? Apparently there's a bunch of invisible people up here.
Nice and quiet.
Boy, is the frame rate bad. I don't have it currently shown anywhere, but it feels like 10, 15 FPS a lot of the time. Very weird. The game should run better. System's not exactly top of the line, but it is not bad for a modern system. Oh, Forsaken Dog. Zapanawa. Plus 2 to insight and 1 to metaphysics, and plus 5 to will to the party.
Dim in the lantern.
All right, but I'm keeping what. Guess I wasn't so hard.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there? Have you seen Laro Badato?
Nope.
Madico, where is that spoiled brat?
A woman in fine clothes clutches a ledger in both hands. She searches the faces of passers-by, settling on yours with an uncertain frown. You alright?
I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy burden.
Yeah.
Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
She tucks the book under her arm.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Engbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide.
She glances over your shoulder and sighs, then looks back at you with sudden recognition.
Fuck. A face from the motherland is a welcome sight. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
I mean, I don't particularly care about the Valiant Trading Company, but what do you mean? How can I help?
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
That seems like a random thing. Study her hands? Sure, let's try it. Niera has been digging her nails into her ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned, because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
What do you mean by Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility.
She hefts her ledger as if to bring it down on a pest.
We squabble and compete, but Laro, the postinago, takes it too far.
Well, if I happen to come across Laro, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return.
Niera thumbs over her shoulder.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
Yeah, one of the many reasons I think RPGs should really stop trying to put time pressure on their main plots, as it's utterly ridiculous how much side questery you're expected mechanically to do, even when it makes absolutely no sense plot-wise. Chie and company should be having some degree of urgency following ASS, but we don't, because if we did, we'd miss half the content in the game. And it's a trivially easily fixed problem by just not writing time pressure into games, but every writer is taught time pressures are important for story structure, and I don't think they questioned that maybe games should have stories that are told differently than traditional media.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face.
Senza bounces back on his heels, a wide grin plastered on his worn face.
How might I assist you?
What do you do here?
Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself, but I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you?
Hey, nice dog.
You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he?
Senza's face splits into a broad grin, bright enough to light the room.
He's been a bit low lately. Between you and me, I think he's heartsick for the sea.
You're writing a book?
I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense.
Senza folds his arms, sighing.
I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday.
Hey, I've got a bold heart in a ship. Need a hand?
Do you mean it? This is... Wow! I can't thank you enough.
Seraphin and Shoti like it.
It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters.
Despite his words, the gleeful expression on Sansa's face has not faded.
Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Aimika. You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island?
Honestly, I didn't want to name my own island, though I have done so.
I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Mage. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful.
Might have already named one of those.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you? Certainly, certainly. It would be my pleasure. Of course, it's mostly books and knickknacks. Maps I do on commission, you see.
Okie dokie. By a spyglass, not sure what that's for. Unique grimoire. I don't know what makes it unique. Maybe this Nanason's Cobra Strike? Doesn't matter, I'm broke. Lots of stuff could be interesting to steal in here, but Such a small area, I doubt I can manage it.
What for? More than my eyes be open.
Hey.
Yeah, he has no way. Well, to get him to disable that in time, I need to get somebody that has both stealth and mechanics to do that.
Ahoy.
Might be able to do it with Seraphim. We'll find out. Let's see. Well, I can get these scrolls.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up. Swagged and sparkling, Cap.
Right. Nothing of worth, really. Just some money, but still decent, I suppose.
Ahoy.
Well, if he could plausibly get anything else, but... The way that fellow talked about the dog suggests to me I might be able to take the dog with me too, but it feels so rude to just go up to the dog and talk. Like, if he'd offered me in the dialogue, hey, you should talk to my dog and bring him with you, I'd be like, alright, but I'm just going to go up to the dog and take it.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valiants for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
Well met, stranger. Akira, but isn't this district a fine place?
The Huana woman stares off into the distance with a longing expression. And this makes you sad?
I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse. Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper.
She frowns and turns her gaze back to you. Well, how'd you lose your job?
More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is a place of meetings, business, and transactions, to all of which the attendants are either blind or deaf. One day, I overheard more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. To my great shame, I showed a most unprofessional reaction before clients. I was fired, and rightly so.
She bows her head. I doubt she'll tell us, considering that she seems to take it seriously, but what did you overhear in the bathhouse to cause such a scandal? Akima shakes her head and lowers it in deepest shame. She's trembling, and it's clear that in her estimate, she has suffered enough without debasing herself even further. Yeah, fair enough. Well, farewell.
Merla, how is it?
Final Journal of Jonas. That's too much to read for what appears... I think I read that in the last game. Was this in the last game? This looks familiar. I'm not reading the whole thing. It's too much for something that just appears to be lore. No sooner do you approach the Vilean woman than she squints and turns up her nose, regarding you with thinly veiled distaste.
I only deal with serious clients. Now shoo.
She makes a sweeping gesture with both hands. Excuse me?
Done. You are dismissed.
Madiko, but it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare.
He grimaces toward the east.
When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten.
You give out bounties? I could take some off your hands.
You, a nameless face of the streets?
She thumbs her chin and gives you a thorough looking over.
I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but... there is a seed of potential.
She sighs to herself and peers over your shoulder before giving up and addressing you directly.
We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships.
Sure, I'll take the bounty.
Gelarde. Viacara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast.
Anya studies you once more before shrugging and seeing you off with a wave.
If you've come on business with the Valiant Trading Company, it will have to wait until morning. We're closed.
The guard tips her head in warning.
There's no need for you to be here after hours. Move along.
Alright, farewell. It's the 26th hour? I don't know how long days are in this world then. Oh, well, now it's 0, so I guess it's 26 hours long. Okay. And into the wild mare.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
A jovial man at the bar grins and motions you closer. His arms are corded with thick muscle and crosshatched with scars.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, show me what you got for sale, I guess.
See anything you like, you let me know.
+1 cast with level 1 spells and +1 to all skills. That's kind of neat. Of course, I've got the +2 to all skills thing on Chia right now, so I don't want to rest and burn that out if I can avoid it. I could get new crew, though I don't need to. I've already got more than I can use. It doesn't look like he has anything for sale other than food and drink. Not surprising, but
you enjoy
disappointing.
coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword? Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually.
Evilian shouts over the din of the wild mare to get your attention, turning a great many heads to study your exchange. He takes a hearty swig of his tankard. Do I know you?
Not yet, but I know that we will be fast friends. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak?
Leaning in close, he sips from the tankard and loudly sucks moisture from his upper lip. Chie, captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for...
He clumsily unfolds a sheaf of parchment. The tankard slips in his grasp and spills ale down the front of his trousers. He gawks down at himself in horror.
1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda, never did it go this poorly.
Give him an ale. Here, you need this more than I do.
Agrasima. Do you know what my problem is, Amika?
He accepts the tankard and drinks deeply.
I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them.
Another bounty hunter, or bounty... I don't know what you call the person who gives bounty hunters jobs. But another one of them. He stamps his feet, kicking up a spray of spilled ale. It feels like that's the sort of thing that would have a word for it. Odd that I can't think of one, but maybe there just isn't one.
No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak?
Alright, what bounties do you have available?
You will take the job? You will take the job.
He grips you by the shoulders and smiles, tears springing to the corner of his eyes.
Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then.
He drains the tankard and tucks it under his arm to retrieve his sheaf of notes.
I will start you on Meriel, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island.
Alright, I'll return with her head, I suppose. Farewell.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
And there's the Captain Redora.
Where in the blazes is that old man?
For in a second. A young woman lingers near the stage with a mug of ale clutched tight in her hands. Though she shows no interest in the dancers, the bags beneath her eyes speak to many long nights spent drinking in the tavern. She looks lazily about the room until her gaze alights on you with interest.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead.
I can't say that I have.
Andra's crushing void, I thought as much.
She sighs heavily and pinches the bridge of her nose.
Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%.
20, but I'd be doing all the work.
Fine. Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him.
Deal.
Haggling for the fun of it, not keeping you busy enough?
She winks.
The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Analis. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur.
Have you tried being nice?
She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. Come find me after you've talked to her. I'll be here. With my beer.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico.
A Valian sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expectant mouth. Holding this pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and focuses his attention elsewhere.
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst.
She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. Her eyes widen and meet yours.
This is not a temple I expected the gods to frequent.
She gapes at you and swallows. You don't seem to be having as much fun as the rest of the clientele.
The fun ran dry with the coin.
She manages a wan smile.
When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora.
Zamar sent me to collect your debt.
Merla, and he hired muscle.
Radora takes a shaky step back.
Sientere, but you are too late to collect.
She holds out her palms and flinches at the blow that doesn't come.
A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar.
Zamar did mention some pirate trouble. Could this gang be connected?
If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Radora raises her empty mug as the vow is struck.
Those the cannons you be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'd be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
His green eyes pry at her from overcrossed arms. Alright, well, sounds like my quarrels with this gang. Farewell.
They caught me unawares in the alley north of the Wild Mare. Do not fall for the same trap.
She runs her finger around the rim of the empty mug, her gaze straying toward the bar.
When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
She raises her mug and winks. Well, it's a lot of quest hooks. I'm gonna hunt that one down first and foremost, though. No particular reason why. Then I have to go upstairs to deal with the Annalise, I think her name was.
These days. Seraphin, thought we agreed you'd stay out of my head.
I weren't in your head, lad. You think like an ogre snores. Would be a fool and a half not to make sure them thoughts ain't full up of trouble.
What do you think you're gonna find?
Nothing particular, just, anything.
I guess it has to be that alley up there. It's not really behind the Wild Mare. I would describe this as behind Robero's Fine Fashion, but it's the only one.
Dim in the lantern.
Yeah, these, like, vision cones seem to really make the game chug. Yeah. That makes sense. There's people here that weren't before. I'm guessing the people that were invisible and clustered there before.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says, the consueli.
At once.
You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood?
The wolf at the man's side raises her hackles and growls. He shushes and pats her behind the ears, all the while keeping his focus trained on you.
I thought Remaro's pup kept better company.
Kota glances at Seraphim.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring to yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphim. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
A line of drool drips down between the wolf's bared teeth. It's Kaletzia.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
Kalezia's the wolf, that makes sense.
You'll know soon enough.
Kota bares his teeth at 2 at Edar. Let's see here. Any chance you're the one shaking down Zamar?
Zamar has money problems. Cotter has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
His free hand moves toward the weapon slung on his belt.
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this the friendliest of friendly fucking chats. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
His furred hands rest near his own weapons.
Look, Selezia. Your supper comes with blue fur.
He nudges the wolf, eliciting a deep growl.
Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback.
Why are you shaking down Zamar?
Zamar can keep Principe ships afloat.
Kota narrows his eyes.
Cotter tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks.
Well, tell me my business again, and I'll sew your wolf into a pair of boots, Samiko.
Not Selezia.
His hands go to the scruff of his companion's neck. A chuckle rises from his mates, which they fight to suppress. Edgar was not happy about that, which is fair. I didn't want to threaten the wolf. I would have rather threatened him directly, but it didn't give me the option.
There's better ways to scare him than threatening innocents.
I agree.
Kosi, and whose side are you on? Your Casita or the wolf?
Kota aims a bewildered look at Edar.
No one threatens Cotter, you overstuffed boil.
Kalesia lets out a low growl. I don't know what this even means. Lusa's voyage would be a mercy compared to what I have planned for you. Kota flinches and turns to his crew. He studies each of their faces in turn.
This one's not worth it.
Kota whistles through his teeth. His crew abruptly lowers their weapons and stands down. But that doesn't give me Redora's money back.
Yes? I'd be glad to.
Cotter is done with you. Cotter is done with you.
Part of me is tempted to just attack, but I don't know if that would make, like, the entirety of the city hostile and basically brick my save file by making Nekataka inaccessible. Though part of me wants to experiment and learn if that had happened. I mean, this is a terrible idea, but I'm gonna do it.
How may I help?
Oh, I hope this doesn't break the save. No, not that one. Let's do this one.
That's not very helpful.
What? Had lost reputation with the Principi Sen Petrina. That's fine. I'm just confused by this line that says Aloth abandoned casting Crippling Strike, because... What? Aloth doesn't have Crippling Strike, as far as I can recall. Whatever. Okay, these, presumably just random NPCs here, aren't hostile at least, so there's that.
Let's hire it out!
Captain? Sirmas me tomb.
Said something was dominated. I don't know how that happened. Wild Mind? Chance for a random... Oh! He's not just a cipher, he's a, like, wild sorceress type cipher. Okay. That's awful, I don't like that. Cipher spells have a chance to trigger an unexpected effect that can manifest in spectacular ways, often, but not always, aiding the party. I wonder if I can see a table of that, of the options somewhere. Okay. That would be nice to know.
Yeah?
What can I do?
There's something really sick about making him attack his own wolf with that domination.
No! The gunpowder!
That was her saying that? No, the gunpowder? Yeah, Wanaka. Run away, Wanaka. I'm trying not to hit the gunpowder, but apparently it's in range of the chill fog. Presumably chill fog won't make it explode. Though, who knows for sure.
Let's hire it out!
Ahoy.
Yeah?
Lavaru, be on seek!
Yeah, I mean, she was blinded, so that's not too surprising.
Yes?
I'm also blinded. Yeah.
Very well.
Ooh, 41, that's a good hit.
Cannot whack him any harder.
And you can't turn off... Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any way for him to, like, turn off a sustained ability like chill powder. Shame.
They'll fall by my hand.
Yes?
Nice, triple kill.
Ahoy.
What can I do you for?
Lavaru, be on seek!
Alright, hopefully that gives me... Oh, it gives me a Ring of Minor Protection, so that's worth it already. Hopefully that amount of money is how much the captain, whatever her name was, Radira or something? Yeah, however much she owed. Everybody appears to be afraid of me right now, understandably, but there we go. Are you afraid if I approach now? No. Okay, good.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
I do... Just get rid of garbage here. I don't think I need the fine dagger either. Ooh, straight up to the upper floor.
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rowattians.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Keep your voices down, my cullies.
I don't know who said that. Keep your voices down line. That's... Ah, down here. Are they robbing the place?
You want something?
Guess not. So I'll pop into this, whatever this empty home is, or home is. It's probably just an empty place to loot like the last one. Yep.
I shall be discreet.
Well, as long as I don't get caught. I guess that wasn't so hard.
Nothing of worth in it. Shame. Mephisto? Assume... Oh. A joke about the Fisto robot in,
How about that?
whatchamacallit, New Vegas. Ooh, magic belt. Stride and survival. Can't remember, do these stack now? They do, that's really good to know. I still prefer the AoE, but... To her... Oh. I liked the old UI better, where I could see everyone's personal inventory. I mean, realistically, I kind of wish they just get rid of the personal inventory. It appears to be completely meaningless, but if it's going to happen, I find myself wanting to use it for organizational purposes, like dropping items I want to take a look at into it. But then when I want to go to equip them, it's slightly awkward. Not least of which is doing this, picking it up into my mouse cursor, and hitting a button to go to a different character, and then dropping it in their slots, has so far been fine, but I remember when I first played, I can't remember if it was the first game or the second, it was probably the first game, but I remember when I first played it, doing that with an item caused the item to just vanish out of existence once. Just made me nervous about doing it in the future, even though I think that bug, like I say, only existed in the first game, and I think it's probably been patched out by now. I would hope it has, because it was one of the more egregious bugs to have an item simply vanish out of existence.
See something you like?
The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at his lips. He is short for an elf, but no less graceful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air. Any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of color in his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
A grin lights up Ymir's face. He fidgets with his hair self-consciously, smoothing it down where it's been mussed.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
He looks away as though he's trying to ignore Ymir's gaze. Edar, Seraphin, and Shoti will enjoy this situation.
I could ask the same of you.
He laughs lightly, a hand over his mouth.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
He casts a critical eye over Aloth's outfit. He opens his mouth to speak, but decides better of it. Introduce me to your handsome friend, Aloth.
This is Ymir, an old friend from my academy days.
A pleasure to meet you. It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
He smiles warmly at Aloth, blush coloring the tips of his ears.
It was lovely seeing you.
He catches himself, looking panicked.
Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable.
He looks at you, chagrined.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Isomir growls.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you with a newly critical eye.
I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikotaka. As you can see, I stayed.
What kind of incident?
A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead.
His gaze lingers on the floor, the cushions, the tables, anywhere but your face. After a moment, he shrugs, offering no further explanation. All right,
Did you
else?
enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. Till later, then.
Apparently this isn't stealing. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba.
Kind of wish I could ask about Oswald without bringing up Khan. That sounds smarter, but I don't appear to have the option. Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
She gestures towards the door and makes a shooing motion. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's clear you care about him. Let me help. She chews on a knuckle, brow furrowed, deciding whether she should trust you. Then she sighs heavily and gives you a sheepish smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran.
Her eyes gain a distant, unfocused look, and a wistful smile spreads across her face.
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him? Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Okay.
Of course.
Oswald's journal. Godendag. This afternoon I walked the streets of Nekataka and felt an unusual spring in my step. I cannot be sure if it is the fine weather of the archipelago, or my great distance from the Deerwood and that blasted Goose and Fox Inn that has gifted me with this buoyancy of spirit, but I am grateful nonetheless. I have seen no sign of the girl. Hylia be praised. God's willing, I have slipped her net at last. Meckwin'sdag. The shadows are strange here, seeming to move of their own accord. As I have passed from Queen's Berth to Pariki's Overlook this morning, I could have sworn I saw one turn to face me, then another. I fled the area as quickly as I could, and as far as I can tell, I was not followed. I have many enemies, and as any man of a roguish, adventurous mien should, though none have cause to search for me here. I know these shadows must be but a trick of the mind, but still I am uneasy. The next entry is written in a shaky, wild hand, clearly penned in great haste. Britlandsdag. As I put me down to bed this evening, I heard a faint whispering beneath my window. I always leave it open to better catch the breeze, and thanks be to Hylia for it, or I might have been none the wiser. However, when I went to investigate, no one was there, and yet I know I heard voices. I may be old, perhaps even paranoid, but I am not crazy. I must leave this place with all haste. Gods protect me in my flight. On the next and final page of the journal is a symbol of Wodica, a broken crown scrawled in a deep red ink.
Have you come to hear some verse? Farewell.
A fire god-like woman polishes a pair of stocks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by a glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Magrin's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
No interest at the moment. A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
No interest in that. Presumably, like the first game, if you employ their services, you get a buff for a while, which would be tempting if I weren't broke at the moment.
Ado. Over the din we had fighting to the north.
Redora raises her tankard to her lips and studies you over its rim. The pirate and his wolf are both dead.
Belfetto for the Republics.
Redora tosses back her ale and turns to salute the rest of the Wild Mare patrons.
Zama is free to sell my commission. I must earn my way from the bottom.
Oh, your next grog is on me, I guess.
Grassima. Even in the oasis I am parched.
He pockets the coins and glances past you to the bar.
If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Redora's frown cracks to reveal a shy smile.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
He shakes his head. As the captain of the Defiant, I am already taken.
Sientere, sere.
Redora inclines her head.
Next time around the wheel, perhaps.
You never know.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
I found his journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks at you, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown symbol of Watika across the last page. Khan mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her finger and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool.
She shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
She chews on her lower lip with uneven teeth and mutters to herself. You're asking the wrong girl. I'm new here.
Right. What am I doing asking you?
She shakes her head and gives you a rueful little smile.
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick.
She blinks, remembering.
When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Seems as good a place to start as any.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find.
She marks the location on your map with a flourish.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
That'd be nice. Do I have a reputation of any sort yet? The Valiant Trading Company like me a bit, the Port Mage likes me a lot. The Principi Sen Petrina don't like me at all. The Children of the Dawn Stars like me fair, but I don't know what this alignment is. Why is the Children of the Dawn Stars in the same... Oh, is it just that they're a minor faction, and because I only know two minor factions, they're at the same angle away from each other, and two major factions in the same angle from each other, and so they just line up? That makes sense. But my dispositions, I don't appear to have much meaningful reputation. I don't know if these bars are enough to have an effect, or if it has to be a whole circle first. It's certainly a lot less clear of a UI than the previous games, though more fancy. Eddard does not appear to like Aloth at the moment, but he does like Shoti a bit. Shoti is neutral on everybody. Aloth likes Shoti a bit, and Seraphin's neutral on everybody.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Well, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, of course, that's gone, but I'm so sorry.
A giant? One of the Rathun? No, much bigger. Such is the rumor. Sounds like sailor tales to me.
In the market for decent footwear? You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard.
The merchant gestures for you to speak freely. Alright, let's see.
Of course. Come take a look.
Well, he's got some magical boots. Nothing I hugely care about, though I wouldn't mind those boots of stealth. It seems like the sort of thing that could come in handy. That's a dead end. brine imps attacking, but apparently there are.
Love, this is futile!
Yeah. Lavaru, be on seek!
Hmm?
Yes?
What for, Cap? Fare thee well, Cogs. Another tack,
Aye.
Cap.
Happy to oblige. Lavaru, be on seek!
Hey.
Indeed.
Okay, where to? Are these places locked because I haven't left from the correct exit, or am I just not allowed to go there until I head to the Sacred Stairs? I feel like it's the exit issue. So I'll head over here, I guess. Confirm that way. Maybe up here. Road north seems like it might lead somewhere more useful. While I'm here, I'll pop into here. I can find Izali in her study. I don't know why I would want to. I don't know who that is.
Aye, aye, aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap.
Might as well put those stealth boots on him to maximize my thievery potential here. Ooh, a fine pistol, sure. Ooh, I don't know how pickpocket really works still. I don't know if trying to pickpocket with him, if he isn't good at it. He's decent at it. That might be enough. I don't know if doing it, generally speaking, will just, like if it's too bad at pickpocketing and you try, will that just cause you to get caught and die? Or everyone become hostile? Or will it say, like, you can't pickpocket, not enough skill?
Done and done.
I'm here.
I just hope Laro doesn't bring ridicule to the Badato name.
Oh, is she the person who gave me that quest to find the guy? I didn't realize she entered this other building here.
Aye, aye.
Look there.
Well, as long as I don't get caught. I guess that wasn't so hard. Well, as long as I don't get caught. I guess that wasn't so hard.
Ah, yes. The newcomer. I thought you might visit.
Ooh, her armor is sparking. Neat. Ooh, there's no way I could stealth up to that, is there?
Ahoy. Aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap.
Do have, I think, some thieves' putty or whatever it's called. Yeah. But still, just +2 with how out in the open it is. I think you'd need another +4 or 5 before you could sneak around like that, unlock it, and get out. Or and loot it in time to be useful.
Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
She regards you with a cool expression, but stands with a fighter's poise.
If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on.
Izali opens her palms and waits. I notice something unusual. Your attention is drawn to Izali's desk. Among the assorted ledgers and documents, it's a brass steel, still dripping with heated wax. The drippings have dried into an almond-shaped pattern which resembles the shape of an eye. An eye fringed with bird feathers. A nictitating membrane flicks across its surface in a barely perceptible wink. What on earth?
Are you still with me?
Izali breaks your focus by waving her hand in front of your face. She glances between you and her tidy desk, frowning. Your desk, the eye. She glances back at her desk again, this time with impatience.
I'd venture that you're working too hard.
Okay, so that's Watcher Mumbo Jumbo? Your family seems very well established here.
Ugh. My bank shoulders the cost of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valiant may wipe themselves unless a Bardato signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Izali's mouth twitches just shy of a smirk.
Aye. Aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
You get Deltro's cage helm. Bunch of money. Conduit. Receiving shock damage grants the wearer's attacks additional shock damage for a brief time. I'll just turn that off.
Sure do like it.
I'm glad we can turn off hats now. Alright. Not much of interest there, it would seem. There's a vault down there, but I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that it's going to be more difficult to steal from than it's worth attempting right now. If I want to steal from it, and I doubt there'll be any quests or quest givers or the like down there, or shops or what have you.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about luminous Adra.
A giant made of
Okay, yes, that lets me now go to Pariki's Overlook.
Why, hello. Cootstelia at your service.
She sets down her pruning shears and looks you up and down with a warm smile.
Aren't you just something?
She plants her hands on her hips and nods at you with interest.
I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions.
What makes you think I got here recently?
It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you. Give it time. It'll pass.
She reaches to brush a curl of fur behind her ear. Her gaze wanders toward Seraphine and lingers there. Then she pulls her focus back to you, blushing slightly.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Flashing a crooked grin, Seraphine bows to the herbalist. And Aloth is not a fan. What brings an herbalist to Pariki's Overlook?
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after.
He smiles.
Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Pariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
She shrugs. Alright, let's see what you got. Well, a bunch of crafting components that are presumably relevant in some way. Well, we could get something that summons a vine lurker, but only 5 times ever? If this was a once per day, I'd definitely try to get it. And Apothecary's Gloves, plus 1 dex, 2 alchemy.
What for, Cap?
Keeping an eye. Of course. All right, but I'm keeping what's in. All done. There's something I can do.
What for, Cap?
Yeah, every little bit I could steal helps, I suppose. But nothing of interest there. The dark cupboard.
You look thirsty.
You might.
A drink, madam? Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain?
What do you serve here?
Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence.
She smiles.
Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in Parikis when they've had a few. Good for business, I say.
Alright, let's see it. Yeah, nothing important. Alright.
I'll be taking half this back to the sorcerer. She truly live up the name.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Berteno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madiko!
And of course we just stand there doing nothing when we clearly could have stopped him.
Interesting.
That flaccid batso!
The young wizard clutches the countertop, looking as if she's either going to vault over it or snap it in half.
Imp, you had none of that, huh?
The imp mutters to itself in a dark, guttural tone.
That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina.
She grabs a fistful of her hair and sighs. What was that all about?
My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Sina cradles her brow and groans. Strange that the constructs didn't attack him for stealing.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Flustered, she finds any excuse to look elsewhere. What aren't you telling me?
Not that it's any of your business, but Berteno used to spend a lot of late nights here.
Vecina coughs into her fist and avoids eye contact.
I got into the construct's guts and marked off Berteno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again.
She crosses her arms resolutely. I'll let you know if I happen to find them.
A kindness, considering this is not your problem. I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks.
Lucina bites her thumbnail and glares at the door, seeming to wish it would burst off its hinges.
He mentioned that he owes money to a Raotayan captain named Hamuto Stonehill. Not someone to cross, I hear.
Tell me about yourself.
I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkamir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkamir's Dripping Scourge or Arkamir's Malevolent Codpiece. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them.
Lucina sighs and waits patiently for you to speak up. You use a lot of honorifics when you talk about Arkamir.
He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship.
She grins, glancing left and right.
To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers.
Show me what you've got for sale. Another summon thing that only has 5 uses. And, very little else of... Oh, there's weapons. Sasha's Singing Scimitar. Let's see, it's superb. Plus 2% stacking action speed bonus for each held chanter phrase. That's neat. Thandria's Devotion. A superb medium shield. Grants Pale Light. An aura that slowly causes health restoration. Interesting, only +1. That's virtually nothing, but if I have the money for it, I'd buy it for Edar. Can be upgraded to +2. That is twice as good. Or +5 to all defenses outside of deflection. Interesting stuff. Vine of Thicket Green. Exceptional 20% chance of, or plus 20% damage against vessels. And +2 to all plant-like ability levels. Interesting. How much was that shield? 12 grand. Yeah, way outside of my range. Spellkeeper. And Spell Cache. Twice per rush summons a random scroll. On resistance to dex afflictions, that's not bad. +10 accuracy with fire attack, that's pretty neat too. Potentially, but nothing I can really usefully afford. A bunch of grimoires that might be good, but I don't feel like reading those right now. Come back when I have money someday.
Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune?
For 1 copper, sure, why not? The puppet in the box cocks his head to the side and stares at you with a vacant expression. He taps the metal coin slot expectantly. The puppet's eyes close and he steeples his fingers. You hear gears whirring and clicking inside the box. His eyes reopen, this time with an amber glow.
I see a woman with black hair. No, red hair. Very dark red. Or maybe it really is black. She'll want you to recover her wedding ring. When she pays you, be careful. There's a scorpion hidden in her coin purse. I know not why.
His head clicks to the side, disturbed.
I can see no more. Unless you give me another pyre.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I just told you an accurate fortune. You'll be thanking me when it comes true. Oh, Ifrin, you were right. I can't believe I ever doubted you. That's what you'll say. Guaranteed.
And other questions? He tips his head to the side and waits. I don't know. What's your story?
I got on Archimir's bad side and didn't exactly survive the experience. I'm not really supposed to chat with customers.
He taps the coin slot and winks at you. Does the Juana have any problem with Archimir holding you here as a slave?
The Queen is too pleased at having an archmage at her disposal to care.
His hinged mouth twitches in a sad smile.
I can't blame her. The Juana have got it rough. We all need coin in the end.
Do any of your fortunes actually come true?
Sure. All the time.
He stares at you unblinkingly, daring you to call him a liar. I wasn't aware it was possible to bind a soul to this type of contraption.
How about you get yourself over to the Animansis Tower in the Sacred Stair, then? No need to gawk at me.
I feel like I should be able to use my Watcher abilities to set his soul free. Did that sort of thing all the time in the first game.
What for, Cap? Aye, aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap. I don't be so swabbed and sparkling, Cap.
Alright, enough of that before I risk getting myself caught. Well, I'm surprised it lets me just wander into the living quarters like this. No warnings or anything. Oh, trap.
I'll see what I can find.
All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. All right, all done.
Another troll hide belt. Certainly not great, but it is better than not having a belt. I think everyone's belted up now. Yeah. Oh, Edar isn't. Yeah. Edar gets the next belt. Fine robe. Available at least. Tessina's journal. The mystery of this apprenticeship, Madicho. Archimir serves only the most tedious errands for me. If I'm not going to learn anything from this trial, I must find some way to steal enjoyment from it. Whenever Archimir claims to be deep in study, you'll find him wandering the halls wearing an illusory face to trick his imps. Fools them every time. Sometimes I think he came to the Deadfire to be alone with those nasty things, and he spites me for getting in the way of his fun. Shortly after he left town, I stole one of the robes he keeps in his bedroom. The imps thought I was their master, fed me cheese and ale for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, I returned the robe when I was done. Maybe it's not too late to start enjoying myself. The window overlooks the street of Periki's Overlook. The second floor of Archimir's Manor is just across the way. Right tool and a practiced throwing arm could make crossing the gap a manageable feat. The gap between the window and the manor is too far to leap. Moreover, the sheer wall and erratic gusts of wind make the prospect of scaling too treacherous. However, anyone with a decent climbing experience could secure a grappling hook from this distance. As you observe the manor, you catch the silhouette of a lone, ironclad construct patrolling the second floor. Yeah. I would very much like to go rob an Archmage's tower or whatever, but I feel like that's something to do at another level or two rather than now.
Nice and quiet.
Maybe do some bounties or something first.
What me, Alof? I'd be letting the lass out to play more.
It isn't you, and I didn't ask.
Could make a right nice excuse to be exploring your... well, everything, aye?
You do realize you're not the first ill-mannered Orlin to suggest that?
Hot razor skewers, crusted sword. Today's catch, I say. Fresh and hot, spiced to the tongue of outsider and local alike.
The vendor gestures to a bed of hot coals in his wagon, a flavorsome scent rising from the bundles of meat-stuffed leaves. I bet just foods. Boy, is it expensive to buy some basic food. Suppose it will seem less expensive once I've started earning some money in the game. And at the moment, everything's expensive.
I say, you look like someone who wants protection and a certain something about presence. Akira?
The Juana woman scans you up and down, nodding as she measures your proportions.
It isn't every day that I cater to your kind, but I like a challenge. Holler if any of the iron or steel laying around catches your fancy. Or if you need something repaired, I'm happy to take a glance.
Show her the shards of the Blade of the Endless Pass and the Whispers of Yenwood. Can you do anything with these? I didn't remember that I'd gotten shards of the Whispers of Yenwood, or indeed what the Whispers of Yenwood is.
Akira, but these wonders have suffered greatly. I say you must take better care of your things.
She sets down the shards and frowns at you. I know, believe me, but what do you think?
I say I could repair these to their working order for 1,500 pyres each.
She thumbs her chin and considers.
Something about the metal. It yearns to bond as one. I could join all these pieces into a great sword for 3,000 pyres.
She lifts her gaze to meet yours, the excitement of a challenge in her eyes.
If you need iron or steel, maybe even something lighter, I've got plenty in stock.
She smiles and tips her head toward her wares. I wish I could see a description of what these are. I'm tempted almost to look them up, but I don't want to. See, Blade wasn't... No, that wasn't. I was thinking that's the one that I had... Or was it the one I had Mineha using at the end? I think it might have been. Which it just had the plus 20% attack speed, I think, after I got rid of the Gray Sleeper. Fariki's Overlook is an interesting place for an armorer.
Akira, they wouldn't put a traditional smith here unless she brought something special.
She sighs and glances toward her tools.
My clients wanted everything engraved and beautiful. Wasn't why I got into the business, but it keeps my debtors happy. I keep it interesting working with exotic materials like shark leather, since there's some demand and little supply.
She shrugs, running her hand across a length of hide. Let's see what you got. Ruatilo's Palm. Superb. What's this? Small shield. +1 engagement. Counts as an offhand weapon. And a 10% chance on receiving melee weapon damage to gain a wound. Interesting. Ooh, +1 deflection per wound and reflex per wound. That's interesting for sure. That would go well with GA. Affordable upgrade too. Though the shield itself is not very affordable at the moment. Bonus accuracy. Brawling counts. Yeah. Actually, with unarmed, don't care. Damage with unarmed, also don't care. This is Superb Arbalest. Knockback and daze on scoring a hit. +5 ranged accuracy that goes up with Arcana. That's really neat. I wonder how much it goes up. Oh, 15% chance to cast Minoleta's minor missiles on a hit. That's really cool. Or +3% burn, corrode, freeze, and shock damage. That's also really cool. No, I like this Spearcaster. Immobilize on hit, 20%. Or Skewer. Twice per rest, fire a spear-like bolt through multiple targets, inflicting pierce damage, knocking them back, and immobilizing them. Nah. It was once per encounter, maybe, but... Queen's Rule. Capture. Twice per rest. Switch positions with an enemy. And if you're a higher level, you'll gain a full attack. If you swatch positions with an enemy that becomes surrounded by 2 or more allies, they will be stunned. That's complicated. You may now swap positions with allies as well. Doing so grants your allies the Smart Inspiration for 5 rounds. A dagger. True Love's Kiss. Scoring a hit, cause 8 raw damage per round until combat ends. Ooh. Like that a lot. Frenzy. Critical hits against female targets have a chance to trigger Frenzy on the wielder. And the same, but just for males. Interesting. There's definitely a dagger I would not mind having. $5,000. It's not something I can afford outright, but it's something I could probably scrounge the money for if I really want it right now. I do want it, but perhaps right now isn't quite the thing. I can get rid of some traps. Yeah, I could get it right now if I wanted. Tempting. I don't know who I'd give it to. Edar's using the gladiatorial sword. This is probably better than that. I mean, he doesn't have the specific proficiency with daggers, I don't think, but that matters a lot less than it did in the previous game. I wouldn't give it to her. Could give it to Aeloth or Seraphim. Could even give it to Chie, honestly. Lose the huge accuracy she gets from the modal for rapiers, though, which I don't care for. I do like that. I do like her hitting with just a huge accuracy. It's nice to know she pretty much always lands a hit and often a crit. All in all, it's very, very tempting. I'm definitely going to want this to Atila's palm at some point as well. Unless I find a better small shield. What am I using again? I found a... Alright, it just gives me some bonus defense against fire and gaze attacks. Better than nothing, but nowhere near as good as this. Need to find myself some money. Maybe I can do so here.
Aye. Aye.
Oh, she's wandering out here.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap? Captain? I don't be supposing we here swapped him? Nay, Cap.
Yep. Armor invoice. Most of this document is drafted in a careful official hand. Another author appears to have made several hasty additions. To our valued customer, on behalf of the dedicated staff at the Consignment and Salvage Clearinghouse, we thank you for expressing interest in the purchase of 1 male vest, enchantments unknown, previous owner, Magnera Free Trader. Unfortunately, our licensed dealer, Remo Caldera, salvage marker 56221, informed us, item unavailable, delivery to be carried out by Captain Henqua, but shipment interdicted by pirate hunters, vessel sunk. This is most regrettable. Enclosed is your original payment of Valian trade bullion, amount undisclosed, minus 10% finder's fee. We certainly hope you will consider future business with us, despite the setback. Sincerest regards, Rowan Gajarkin, Shipping Quartermaster, CASC. Dealer notes, if any. Not certain if Vest went down with Henqua. We'll make further inquiries.
Hey, well, don't see why not.
Armor's trick has softened the abrasiveness of these dried shark skins. Should also run Chie back there in case she detects something with her perception. And while Rihi is out there, I should see if I can get at this.
My fingers be fat and furry.
No. No, I cannot.
So nimble.
It's close enough he would be able to. What's he need? Lock difficulty 14. I would need... I think that would mean I would need at least 11 mechanics. Wow.
Yes?
Crazy. Nowhere near that. That one I could do. Lock difficulty 13. Oh, maybe not. Mechanics go too low with you. And you. Game. Maybe I can pickpocket a key. You can indeed. The stealing mechanics of this game are kind of fun, but also utterly ridiculous at the same time. The idea that they're just kind of watching me wander back and forth as I try to find positions that are useful here. Oh, it doesn't open that one. There we go. Ooh, nice. That was like 12 grand, basically. And it's superb versus my current one, which is only fine. Delightful. So it had some upgrades I could do, right? Right away. I don't care what that one. Don't care what that one. Don't care what that one, but that one I like. It is a bit expensive. It's basically all of my money, almost all of my money, but I worry that if I don't get this now, I'll forget it exists, and I do think it's a really good bonus. +1 deflection per wound, +1 reflex per wound. I'm almost always past the very early parts of a fight at 10 wounds, so that's +10 deflection, effectively. Yep. Brilliant.
This one don't see why not.
This one, it says total mechanics of 10 locked. I would be able to do that then with the putty. Can you sneak up there at all?
What for, Cap?
What do you need?
Yes?
Hey.
That looked slow enough. I mean, I didn't wait patiently enough, but that looked slow enough that maybe if I toss the boots over to him and have him consume the thief's putty.
What do you need?
I'll just wait for her to leave, take the putty, and then try it. That'll put his stealth at... Ooh, actually not very good. Thought I would put it at, like, 8. I'll put it at 6. Even so, gonna give it a shot. I hope it works, because otherwise this is a complete waste of the putty, as it won't last long enough to do anything else with, I'm sure.
Why not? Well, as long as I don't get caught.
Yeah, unlock it. Too low? Oh, I thought I could do it with a mechanic skill of only 2 lower. I thought it would just require Thieves' Tools then. I do have Thieves' Tools, right? It's not like run out and that's the problem. Oh yeah, loads. Alright. Well, that's a crying shame.
Done and done.
Unless I have another item somewhere that buffs that. I don't think I do. Let's see. Worth double checking. What's this again? Perception. And get it slightly increased stealth, assuming it stacks with the boots, which I think it does in this game, but I'm not 100% sure. No mechanics, which is what I need. I haven't found a scroll that gives that either. That was a thing in the last game for sure. Nah. No, I could rest and take one of the.
He does do that with his hands. Fie, 'tis roughing his precious spelly book that scares the lad. Or maybe 'tis notching his wee finger.
You gotta stop. My sides hurt. Oh, I miss this.
Surely you've spied how he's always brushing himself? He won't say, but he's afeard of seagull shit.
Postenago, you have truly put your foot in it this... Adotella, you go to visit the luminous bathhouse, yes?
Oh, maybe. Why do you ask?
My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Merla, I cannot swim.
A look of horror spreads across his face.
I would go by myself, but... the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief.
He stares at his feet, his hands, an anxious, twisting knot in front of him. I mean, I'll let you know if I see it, I guess.
Gelade, you mean it? Agrasima, I am in your debt.
I mean, he's awfully appreciative of a very vague, not even a promise, really, but... The air of misery suffusing him lifts for a moment. His eyes go wide and he grins. You notice a light sheen of sweat on his upper lip. He shifts his weight from foot to foot and stares at you intently.
There is, one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten?
He tugs at the collar of his shirt as if he's suddenly much too hot.
If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... The information is...
He searches for the word.
Proprietary. You understand?
You request a favor, then attempt to dictate the terms of its fulfillment?
No, I would not dare. You do me a great service, Aimika.
He waves his hands frantically.
I am not so good at Ideiren, yes? Forgive my clumsy words.
He clasps your hands in his.
Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
I'll consider it. He apparently wants to buy Shuti's
Nago, you have truly put your foot in it this time.
lantern. Iolfer's raiments.
What for, Cap? What for? Gone and done.
Let's take a look.
Fine padded armor.
I'm here. Interesting.
Oh, that was worth it. Interesting.
Quietly now.
And I get Iolfer Raymond's key. That for that chest? Yes, it is. That's handy. Stealth maxed that way.
Aye.
What do you need?
Stealth anymore.
Captain.
Not sure how to get close to that chest. When he moves the other way, I try to sneak past it. Right now. Go. Got it. What do we get? Ngati's Girdle. +1 athletics, 10% chance to cast interrupting crush damage AoE when critically hit in melee. And +1 crush armor rating. This does not tell me if this crush damage AoE is friend or foe filtering, as I do not want it if it would possibly hurt my allies. I don't want, I don't want Edar to get critically hit and then have this belt damage everyone standing near him, which could very easily include Chie and get us killed. So yes. I will just not use that, I think.
If you find yourself in need of comfortable garb, I'm happy to oblige.
The dwarf tips his head in a curt, professional manner.
And before you ask, no, I shouldn't have trouble fitting you for something.
He appraises you, nodding slowly. A tailor?
I've been known to rip a seam here and there, patch some shredded gear back into shape.
His expression shifts, turning sour.
Thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle?
Say nothing.
If it's armor you're after, Marihi will set you up. She's got a knack for metal.
He points out the door and jerks his head to the east. Well, show me what he's got for sale. Not a huge fan of the cloth armors and the like, but you might have cool cloaks. Did a shock armor rating, shock damage AoE when knocked out. Similar. Big problem that, like, if that kills, one person dies and it cascades killing everybody else. It's just not going to want to do. 3 trolls stitched. 2.5 health per round, but you lose burn and corrode armor. Oh, well, there we go. Plus 1 dexterity and 2 mechanics, as well as some athletics. I think I saw that for sale somewhere before, and that's why I had a vague memory of having something like that. If we could get that for Edar, he still wouldn't be able to get that chest, because I'm sure the buff from that Thief's Putty has worn out by now. And I can't afford this anyways. But it does, I feel, behoove me to try to get it, so that a similar opportunity like that in the future won't pass me by. Don't know that I'm going to be able to afford it, though. Apparently I never equipped the upgraded ship parts that I've got after the crash. That's disappointing. Yeah, not quite enough still. Certainly sell some food or some crafting components, but like, I don't know what I can reasonably sell and what I will regret selling. I doubt I need 18 leathery wings, particularly before I will find more in the future. Even 10 of that's only 280, that's not enough. It's getting close. And vessel flesh, sure. I'll find more vessel flesh and vessel bones. If it's anything like the first game, I'll be swimming in them by the end. A little bit more. Burglar gloves. That'll be handy. You won't wear them all the time, but it's nice to have the option. You don't still have the buff, do you, by any chance? No. It was 24 turns that it lasts, which felt like it might not have been that, but it definitely has. All the shops here.
I already have one guest in my head. I don't need another.
Sorry, lad. Thought that chip on your shoulder were for all to see.
Do you ever have a thought and just decide to keep it to yourself?
More'n you know, my dear mate. More'n you know.
I found Rasper, who wants to join me. It's converted to grazes and plus 5% healing. Then I like having a plus to stat. It's most, I don't know, noticeable. There we go. Got everything except for the Serpent's Crown now. I'm gonna go to the Brass Gullet. Getting close to the time. I mean, it's getting past the time I would normally end the session. I am generally, not always, but generally trying to make the sessions for Deadfire a little bit longer than the ones for PoE1. A simple virtue of the fact that I'm hoping to get it done relatively quickly, ideally within a month.
Halt! What is your business at the Brass Citadel?
Oh, just looking around.
You're the Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth.
His mouth quirks in a grin.
Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs.
He points to the steps.
Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right.
Okay. I mean, mostly I decided to come down here.
No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. I have business inside.
You want to see our walls, our cannons, our powder house. You must think I'm an idiot.
Ak, you got one thing right.
God, you can't go anywhere without dialogue happening. I planned to come down here because I wanted to do the... recover those gloves that were stolen. Mini-quest thing. Before I forget that it exists. I'm pretty sure this is where she told me to go. Well, I'll have to check out this gunsmithy first. Well, that looks impossible to steal from.
What for, Cap? Aye, a light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap.
No waste the lockpicks. You should be able to do it up there.
Captain.
Did want an arquebus for her, so that's good. How do I clear that? There we go. She, pretty sure she took arquebus proficiency, right? Yes, arquebus, rapier, small shield. Guess I'll take dagger next. I can buy that dagger that did the raw damage over time forever effect. An exceptional blunderbuss. I don't think I need that for anybody, but hey, saleable.
Done and done.
I use that, yeah. But I mean, with how easily he already sees Seraphim, I don't know how I would possibly do that.
What do you need?
Yes. No, can't use the escape ability. That'd be interesting. I could just hit escape to land there, loot it instantly.
Boy, done and done.
I assume if I get, any closer than this, I'll just instantly detect, even if I wasn't already almost detected like that, yeah. They'd have to go there, and then...
What do you need?
Wonder if you can use this ability outside of combat. No, combat only. Alright, well that answers that.
Captain?
Very curious if it's possible to steal from that without getting caught.
Done and done.
Feels like it must be, but who knows. The man greets you with arms crossed over his chest. He has a massive scar tissue where his left eye would be, and his hands are knotted with bulging tendons.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Rawatai makes the finest guns in Aora, and I make the finest guns in Rawatai.
Oh, what makes your guns so special?
Craftsmanship.
He holds out his knotted hands, keeping them entirely still as he speaks to you. They're covered in small burns and scars that blur the very pigmentation of his skin.
If you ask my superiors at Imperial Command, they'll tell you our main exports are saltpeter and metal. Those are just things. They're prized because of what we do with them.
He reaches under the counter and presents a blunderbuss, holding it out for your inspection with his ever-steady hands. It is a high-quality piece.
Rauatayan industry is about discipline, precision, mastery of a careful art. Those qualities guide all that we build.
He puts the blunderbuss away. All right, let's see your wares. Wow. $45,000 arquebus. It's legendary. Grants Dragon's Breath. Once per rest, do some fire damage. 10% chance for the wielder to suffer 10 burn damage when attacking. That doesn't seem very good. Burning Lash, not bad. Or you could reduce it to 5%. Oh, but that's, or you can make it even worse, but slightly increase the burn damage, Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter, can't even come close to affording it at the moment. Scoring hits with this weapon grants a stacking minus 5% initiative with melee weapons for 5 rounds. With melee weapons, that's kind of awkward. Have to swap back and forth to be useful. But you can replace it to scoring hits with this weapon grants a stacking 5% initiative for 5 rounds. That would be better. Especially in real time with pause. Like, it wouldn't be very good in turn-based just due to the way initiative works, but in real time with pause, you could get that, you just keep shooting and you get faster at shooting until... I don't even know if there's a max. I mean, the max for however many you can keep up in 5 rounds, but to me, you're attacking even every half second. It's probably slower than that at this level, but there's probably attack speed boosts you could get. You can get that up, I'm sure. Maybe get it as much as 50% low. That'd be really good. Anyways, scoring hits with this weapon grants a stacking minus 10% initiative for melee weapons. Yeah, that one's, again, wouldn't do the melee one ever, but if I was doing real time, I could see wanting to, or at least considering making a build entirely around that. Rid of that blunderbuss we just got. My money problems start going back up.
Aye, aye, aye. Aye. One of my eyes be open.
Oh my. That guy detected me quick. Aha, there he is.
Beat it. I don't have time to chit-chat.
The thin Vilian glances over your shoulder with an expectant frown. He stares up at your head, distracted before quickly turning away. You stole a pair of gloves from the dark cupboard. Give them to me.
Not a chance, Aimika.
He narrows his eyes at you.
Fascina sent you, didn't she? Postinago, just for these?
Shaking his head, he pulls a pair of fine gloves from his pocket, studying them with evident disappointment.
Soft as down, but not a single fence willing to pay me a fair price. Maybe they've got imp stink all over them.
Or maybe the stink of failure, you no-good thief. He opens his mouth to say more, but something to the southwest distracts him, and his expression fills with dread.
Here he comes, and I'm too late. If Hamuto doesn't give me an extension on my debt, I'm a dead man.
I say nothing. A unit of steely-eyed sailors approaches the docks, clutching pikes and firearms with quiet professionalism. At their head stands a tall Almawa in a mustard-yellow uniform. He turns his attention between you and Berteno.
So, Berteno,
You hired a mercenary, or else a negotiator. That coin should have gone toward your debt to me.
Hamuto rubs a long scar that extends the length of his neck.
Huh? No, I didn't. That is, I would never go behind your back.
Berteno's voice falters, and he turns to you with sudden panic. I don't know which way to go here. I want to just say I'm here for the gloves. I don't really care about Berteno. Conversely, I could just tell him to shut up and do the negotiating for him. It's not like I have any money to pay for him, if that's how it goes. I could just kill them. I'm sure Berteno would then give me the gloves. Don't know what that would do to the rest of the docks. The fact that the attack option is in a dialogue makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about it not causing everyone to go hostile, but you never know. I could just say nothing and see what happens. Gonna go say nothing for now.
A silent mercenary at that. This is a private matter. Your interference is unnecessary.
Hamuto spreads his hands in a peaceful manner, and his soldiers level their guns at Berteno. What's your plan for him?
Indentured servitude. I trust this is a more honest and respectable alternative than any pursuit he would take on his own terms.
Seraphon snorts through his scarred snout.
Be calling it whatsoever you like, Captain Cogswallow. But your honest and respectable slavery be slavery all the same.
He spits on the ground.
Your toy pirate speaks out of turn. I would teach him a lesson if I were you, Captain.
He focuses on you, keeping Seraphon in the periphery. Well, I'm not letting him go into slavery. He's coming with me. Hamuto lets out a piercing whistle. Several soldiers milling about the area snap to attention and fall into formation around the docks.
I salute you for your courage, but I ask you to reconsider your position.
He permits himself a very, very small smile. My business is with Hamuto. Does anyone think I'd hesitate to go after you next? Several of the reinforcements Hamuto rallied to arms trade uneasy glances. Slowly at first, they lower their weapons and sheepishly back away from the scene.
Cowards! There will be a reckoning, for I know each one of your faces.
He turns to regard seemingly everyone in the district. Like I said, you're not taking him.
My friend, look around you. We stand in the shadow of the brass citadel, not some Valian den.
Hamuto gestures with an open palm.
Raise your fist and the full force of Rauatai's armada will descend on you. Or back away and live to fight again.
He bares his teeth in a fierce grin as he relishes the idea. No deal, Hamuto. I'm not letting you... Do not like slavers. Even, as Seraphon puts it, fancy slavers.
You, look alive.
Or polite slavers, I think is what he said. Hamuto snaps his fingers at the other Royal Deadfire Company sailors on the docks, who turn to your exchange with interest.
My friend here needs a lesson in humility.
He signals his company to attack. That's not a good place for y'all to run around. Yeah, wander up there. Goofy. But, not inclined to use AoEs, considering. I'll use that one, so it doesn't, actually damage anybody.
Yeah? Moe, Ixie, Honor!
What can I do?
Why did it only hit that one?
Huh?
Alright, well, whatever. They're causing the enemies to get pushed around at random, so there's that.
What do you need?
Captain?
Why does this guy not have an idle animation? Neither does that one. Very strange. I thought they were paralyzed at first, but they don't have a paralyzed or held or anything debuff on them.
Me too.
Yeah, it does.
Yes? They'll fall by my hand.
Hmm? Yeah, it's no use.
I want to see something here. I never did take one-handed style. Okay. I don't know if I can use this while using a shield that has an attack on it. I'd like to know that. I might have to look that up.
Happy to oblige.
Don't like looking up things, but that's the sort of weird mechanical corner case that it's really hard to infer just from playing. Especially on a permadeath mode where I can't save and reload to test things. First things first, heal yourself.
Get that dog won't
Stabby,
hunt.
stabby.
What for, Cap?
What do you need?
Wow. Good hits from these. They don't normally do much. No interrupt, though.
Oh?
Oh! Shit. That was the guy we were trying to get the gloves off of. Well, that was annoying. Would have liked to have him survive this fight, but...
They'll fall by my hand.
What can I do you for? Laveru, be on seek!
Jerk survived just long enough to... Hopefully that doesn't upset Facina too much.
I'm here.
No, she wasn't happy with that guy, but I doubt she wanted him dead.
Nothing I can do.
Ahoy. Fare thee well, Cog Swabber.
What do you need?
How may I help? I cannot whack him any harder.
Yeah?
Not even close.
Yes? As you wish. Ugh, I'm no help here.
What for, Cap? Seamus, me too.
Aye?
Lava will be on seek.
Hmm?
What can I do you for? Laveru, be on seek!
Well, easy enough fight, even if I sadly
May
let
I
that
be a candle in the
idiot
night.
get himself killed.
Indeed.
But hey, we got the Rakawa's fingers back, so there's that. And I'm guessing we lost some reputation with Rauatai. Oh. Combat log doesn't go back far enough to see. What do these gloves even do? Those aren't them. Plus to dexterity, sleight of hand, and spark crackers. Produces a dazzling swarm of colorful bursts, startling and confusing everyone in the infected area. Yeah, that does not seem worth all of this hullabaloo. This fine mail armor could be good for somebody, though. You've got a breastplate. The same thing? Yeah. Got Matt. Yeah, give it to Seraphim. His is just padded, essentially. Oh no, his is the same thing. Alright, then you can keep looking like yourself, I guess. And... I lose the AoE effect, but oh well. And I gained Kajux, the cat. And health restored per kill. That's kind of interesting. And plus 10% stride. Don't care. And the health per kill is interesting, but doesn't really sound good. I kind of just want to go hand that quest in before I forget, and then end the session.
I'm here.
You're back. Kue, any news?
I'm sorry to tell you, but Britenno's dead.
The cozy. What?
Fasina's expression hardens into a mixture of grief, confusion, and rage.
I sent you to fetch a pair of gloves. Kue, did Berteno trip and fall on his sword?
I am sorry. I did everything I could to prevent it.
I should have handled this myself, and now look what happened.
He turns away and bites down on her fist.
What of the gloves? What happened to them?
I have them right here for you. She accepts the gloves with a grateful sigh.
At least I know Arkemir won't feed me to the imps.
She folds the gloves with care and stows them away.
Take your discount as well. If the cupboard doesn't make its goals, so be it.
Yeah. Some of those arquebuses sell good, at least. Alright, well, don't have anything else I care about there. Shame about letting that guy die. And here's where we end the session. I thank you all for watching and/or listening to Session 5 of this here Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire turn-based Triple Crown attempt, and perhaps you will join me again when I get to Session 6.